Okay, hello everyone. My name is Mike Breitkreutz and I'm a senior manager at Okuma America Corporation. I'm here with my friend and colleague, Charlie Cagle, who is our field service manager.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Charlie. This is good we get to do this. So, the name of our presentation is Customer for Life. And you'll see as we move on to the slides where that title comes from. Okay, starting with Okuma's mission, vision, and value statement. We include this at the beginning of everything we present at Okuma. Our mission statement is we passionately pursue a customer for life. And you can see the vision and values here, and I'd just like to make the comment that the value system shown on the right, every day our employees live this value system in their everyday life working at Okuma. So we really commit to these, and it's we hold these close to our heart. Wouldn't you say, Charlie?
Absolutely.
Constant care. Let's talk about constant care. Back in 1993, we thought it was a time in our business that our customers were really demanding a commitment from Okuma to support them technically, 24/7, 365 days a year. Hence, CARE was born, constantly available resource experts. And today, CARE is still a part of our support fabric here at Okuma. And as time goes on, as the years go on, we find new ways to apply new technology to better support our customers under this CARE program. And as we go through the slides later in the presentation, you'll see some of those ways that we're applying that technology today to better support our customers.
Okay, I'll take this one, Mike. We want to explain to you guys a little bit about how Okuma services customers through our distribution network. So currently there's around 60,000 Okumas installed in the Americas, and we have about 400 distributor technicians that support, install, and service these machines for the customers. So I would say Okuma's probably not involved, but maybe 1 or 2% of all these service calls. Our distribution network pretty much handles all this stuff on their own. There are instances where they would like for Okuma to come in. Let's say it's a really obscure problem that they feel like they need factory support, or maybe it's a large machine install, then Okuma would come in and support. But for the most part, our distributors handle 98-99% of all service and installation needs for the customers. And of course, Okuma distribution has 24/7 support for the customer, and on the backside of that, Okuma America offers 24/7 support to the distributor. So Okuma is taking care of the customer through the distributor, both in support and on-site service. Okay, so how does Okuma fit in with distribution in terms of, we'll just talk about parts right here. So Okuma distribution warehouses spare parts that are ready to ship directly to the customer. Each distributor has a parts depot or a parts warehouse that's positioned strategically to their territory. So if you are in, say, California and you need a part, Gossiger's got a parts depot that's a lot closer than Charlotte, North Carolina, where all of Okuma's parts are housed, that they can ship that part to you directly off their shelves. Let's say that Gossiger doesn't have the part in their stock, so they can buy that part from Okuma and ship it to you. It should be a seamless transaction to the customer. You shouldn't really know where the part came from, meaning that if you need a part next day and Okuma's got it, or Gossiger's got it, or Hartwig's got it, or Morris has it, you should be able to have your hands on that part the next day. So that's kind of the goal. Okuma America has stock of about $55 million in parts. Distribution holds about 20 million of that inventory. Roughly 40, give or take 40 on Okuma shelves. Okay, so we'll talk about the Okuma Support Center now. So Okuma has a support center with about 8 guys sitting in it. That's a cross-functional group of guys. We have electrical experts in there. We have mechanical experts in there on the service side. We have a member of the software team in there, and we have members from the applications engineering group in there. And the idea of having those guys in the same room is that if a problem comes in from a distributor, and let's say that problem is it's not cut and dry. We don't know that it's electrical. We don't know that it's mechanical. It could be software. It may even be application. So
That happens every day, Charlie.
yes, sir. So the idea there is that we can engage everyone in that room and very quickly decide the best and the fastest path to get that problem resolved, versus sending emails all over the company or trying to hunt a guy down to ask him the question. We think it's a much better model to have everyone in the same room, just so that we get the synergy and we can quickly chew through these problems that may cross into different departments. So that's kind of our model in our support center. And as we said earlier, those guys support distribution 24/7, 365 days a year, both on the service and application side.
Yes, and I'll add one thing. Since we are making this presentation now in the middle of a global pandemic, that nice little room that we were talking about, the support center that has guys strategically located around a U-shaped pattern, that room still exists, but our guys are remotely located right now. So we are adhering to the CDC guidelines. And the good thing is our ShoreTel telephone system that we're using at the moment has these soft licenses. So when our distributor technicians call in, those phone calls are routed to the technicians in their homes. So we temporarily broke our nice little synergy apart. However, we have another slide that's going to talk about that in a little while. So we're still supplying an excellent service to our customers and our distributors.
Okay, I can talk about this. This is our field service. So how does Okuma fit in on the field service side? So I would say that of all the 60,000 machines we have installed in the Americas, the 400 distributor technicians take care of 98 to 99% of all the repairs of those machines without Okuma ever being involved or Okuma ever knowing about those repairs taking place. There are 1 to 2% of those repairs that require factory support or an Okuma personnel to come out and assist in the repair or give training to distribution. So in that case, we would dispatch one of our field service guys here from Charlotte, North Carolina. They would travel out to your facility and work with distribution to resolve whatever issue you have going on. That's one facet of the way we support distribution. The other one is installing what we consider to be large machines. That would be some of our double column models, some of our VTR machines, our large lathes, and our very large multitasking machines. Most of these machines come from Japan in multiple pieces and have to kind of be built on site. So we have traditionally partnered with distribution to come to a customer's facility and build those machines on site. So that probably makes up about 50 to 60% of what we do day in, day out.
So what do you think about break fix, Charlie? What percentage did you already mention the percentage of break fix? It kind of varies, doesn't it?
Yeah, we're probably around 20%. 20 to 30% of our dispatch is break fix.
Okay, so in the model of break fix, so as an example, you can imagine a machine in the field. Let's just say it's a legacy control, older machine. It's been around for a long time. Distributor calls in to our support center. We start working on the problem. We put all our heads together, but we just can't maybe resolve that in a timely manner. Well, at that point, we would have a talk with our distributor, usually a service manager, talking to Okuma service managers, which would be Charlie or I, and we would decide, enough is enough. Maybe we need to send an Okuma guy in there. So that would be a case on break fix where Okuma would travel to help resolve a problem on a machine. And when we do that, we try our best to always have one of our distributors working alongside one of our Okuma people in resolving that issue together, because it only makes sense to do that.
Yep.
And we try to be transparent to the customer. In our opinion, a customer looks at our distributor, it's Okuma. So again, we should be transparent. When we walk into that customer, one guy might be wearing a Gossiger shirt and the other guy's wearing an Okuma shirt, but to the customer, it's one and the same. At least that's the image we want to send.
Correct.
All right, so I want to talk a little bit about our business communication platform. Like the rest of the world, back in March of 2020, we had to change the way we did business and the way we communicated. And I know you're all familiar with that because you've had to do that too. So fortunately, Okuma was already owned and using Microsoft Teams software. But I'll have to honestly say, even though we had that tool at our fingertips, we weren't really utilizing it. But March of last year came and we had to start. So since that month, 10 months ago, our members within Okuma have learned to utilize Microsoft Teams in our daily operations. And we utilize this for service meetings. I mean, Charlie has a bunch of guys in the field all the time, and he has to have meetings with those guys, make sure everything's going smoothly, and he has Teams meetings, regular ones, as do I with our support center and software departments here at Okuma. Video conferencing, of course, we utilize Microsoft Teams for that. The product has file storage in Whiteboard, so you can save files in there that are exchanged or discussed during the meetings. Got a whiteboard you can play around with. I'm a whiteboard guy. I like that. We've created individual teams at Okuma for collaboration. So we have a support center team, we have a field service team, a software team, a parts team. Makes it very easy for us to communicate to our team members at any given time during the day, and we use it daily. It is integrated into our daily culture, Microsoft Teams is. And I just put a little quote here that I found, an interesting quote that during the COVID-19 pandemic that we're still in, on a single day in April last year, 2020, Microsoft logged 4.1 billion meeting minutes in one day. So that's
incredible.
It's incredible to think about. But I understand how that's possible. What does the future hold? Well, as we speak, Okuma is implementing a Microsoft Remote Assist pilot program. You can kind of see the little picture here. How we're going to utilize this, our use case is very simple. We have a field service tech in the field that needs help. In this case, in this pilot program, this is our guy in the field, an Okuma guy, Okuma tech. He initiates a remote assist call, and our support center agent picks that call up. And it's that easy. And what we can immediately see is video of what our tech is seeing at the machine. And he can hold that Samsung device or whatever device he has up to whatever he's looking at, and we can see it very clearly. And we can annotate. If a support center technician is wanting to point to something on the machine control panel or maybe a terminal block in the machine, our support center tech can see that overlaid image and put little circles or arrows, point to what we want that tech to see, where we want him to push that button. Or
So this will be sort of augmented reality.
augmented reality, that's
Yeah.
the word I was looking for. So, what do we see in the future? Well, just like we saw Teams, a tool that we really weren't using every day, and over a period of a few weeks, everyone was using it. Where is this going to go? Remote assist may be another tool in our toolbox. Are we going to use it every day? Maybe not, but it's another tool. And we want our techs to be able to pull that tool out when they need help and utilize it. So we'll see where the pilot program goes.
I think it could really change the way we deliver service to an end user.
I do too, Charlie. I think that's the future. So, we hope you enjoyed and learned something from this presentation today. And now we'll open the floor up for any questions you may have.